Hey there, everyone. A couple of days ago, I did my AFC Playoff prediction video. Now, today, I'm going to be discussing my NFC Playoff prediction video. I know what you're thinking. Packers and 49ers played last night. Why didn't you do this yesterday? Well, there were a lot of COVID-19 news in the NFL yesterday, so why do I even bother? Why would I even bother doing a video when there's a lot of news out there? Sorry this is overdue after the Packers and 49ers game, but still, you can't blame me for all the COVID-19 craziness going on. Anyways, welcome to the NFC Playoff Prediction video. I'll be discussing my 7 teams who I think I'll move on to the NFC Playoffs. But still, just to be like the AFC Playoff predictions, I won't be going in order when it comes to the wild card round, okay? Just like the AFC Playoff prediction video, the wild card will not go in will not be in order. Only the titles will. First through fourth seeds. No wild card. Only the first through fourth seeds will be in order. Wild card not in order, just like in the AFC Playoff prediction video, okay? Anyways, let's get a move on with the NFC, with the first seed. And I think I'm going to start off with the Seattle Seahawks first. I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks will be the first seed. They're on fire this season. I mean, seriously. How could you not pick Seattle even after that one loss? Even after that one loss against the Cardinals. I mean, seriously. The Seahawks are on fire. I would change their name to Firehawks if I were them. Their winning streak ended when they played the Cardinals, but still, I think they have a good shot at being the NFC champs. Champs this season. I think Seattle will be the first seed because they got an easy schedule other than those divisional games. They go to Buffalo, then Los Angeles, then they host the Cardinals, Then they go to Philadelphia and then deal with the two New York teams. Hosting the Giants and then the Jets. Then they go to Washington. Then they host the Rams. And then finally the 49ers. And then they go to San Francisco. I would have to say, based on that schedule going on, I say they'll only get one more loss, and that would be against the Los Angeles Rams, because this schedule is quite easy for the Seahawks. I mean, seriously. And I'm pretty sure they want to sit out their guys. And I mean, Seahawks, they could beat the 49ers with their backups. Based on their COVID situations and their injury reserves, I got to give the Seattle Seahawks the division. 14-2 is where they end. Now let's move on to the second seed. I'm going to have to say the Green Bay Packers. That's right, the Green Bay Packers. They played last night against the 49ers. They won, so it's going to be a shorter review for this one. Next week, they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then they go to Indianapolis. Then they host the Chicago Bears. Then they host the Eagles. Then they go to Detroit. Then they host the Carolina Panthers. Then they host the Titans. And then finally they go to Chicago. Now based on the schedule, it's quite easy, but I think that the Green Bay Packers could slip up and lose to one of the games to Chicago Bears. Sorry, Tom Grassi, but I'm not convinced you're going to sweep Chicago. Nuh-uh. Because even after the game against the Tennessee Titans, they might end up going back on track. I'm sorry, Packers fans, especially you, Tom Grassi. Right now they're 6-2, so that means the Packers will finish in second place with a 13-3 record. Now let's move on to the third seed, and I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, man, they are for real. Signing Tom Brady and making all those moves out there proves that they are ready to go. It's bad. It was crazy enough signing Tom Brady, but then a few weeks ago they made their move for Antonio Brown after Chris Johnson got injured. Chris Godwin. Yeah, so that proves the Buccaneers can be contenders this season. They host the New Orleans Saints Thursday Night Football. After that, they go to Carolina. Then they host the Rams, and then the Chiefs. Then the Vikings. Then they go to Atlanta. Then Detroit, and then they host the Falcons again. So yeah, I think the Buccaneers are in a good position to win the division and become the third seed. The loss I can say would be against the Kansas City Chiefs because they're the defending Super Bowl champs. I think the Chiefs are too good for Tom. I think Mahomes is a better QB than Brady. So yeah, I gotta put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 13-3. Now the NFC East, which will take the fourth seed, it is a mess. I mean, seriously, no winning records by any of these guys. This is ridiculous. Why even let a member of the NFC East make the playoffs with those kinds of cruddy records? But if I had to choose an NFC East team to make the playoffs, I would have to say the Washington Football Team. I know what you're thinking. The Eagles are the better team. You are out of your mind. Well, Washington Football Team has an easier schedule. They got the Seahawks. They got. No. The Seahawks have tougher opponents. I know what you're thinking. They still have Pittsburgh Steelers. They still have Seattle Seahawks. But guess what? Seattle Seahawks is still on Eagles' schedule the second half. And I know what you're thinking. You're crazy. Well, Washington Football Team has better players than the Eagles right now, especially considering we don't even know if the Eagles are going to have the balls to start Miles Sanders. And what the heck going on? So yeah, I'm going to say Washington Football Team. Okay? Because that is my opinion. If the Eagles win, I'm going to have to make a video saying my apologies to the Eagles and forget it. I'm stupid. Anyways, let's move on to the wildcard round. Like I said, I'm not going to place them in any order. But I will base them on their schedule. First off, in the wild card, I'm going to have to say the Arizona Cardinals. And they are tough. And they're a tough team. Tough team. They're well balanced, especially after getting DeAndre Hopkins from the Houston Texans, which is the reason why Bill O'Brien got fired in the first place. And they made their defense better or for worse by signing Jonathan Joseph from the Titans yesterday. Why even bother signing that guy? Your defense is already good. And I'm pretty sure Jonathan Joseph is going to screw it up against Seahawks. Oh well, it's their funeral. But the Cardinals are very good. I'm going to have to say that they are one of the playoff teams because their schedule, other than their divisional foes, they got the Bills, Patriots, Giants, and Eagles. So yeah, I'm going to have to say the Cardinals in that for the first wild card rant. For my next team, I'm going to have to say the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are a tough NFL team. They came this close. They were the last time they were in the wild card round, it was a squeaker in overtime against the Vikings. But that was Stephon Diggs doing. Now that Stephon Diggs is gone to the AFC, thanks to the Bills, I'm going to have to say the Saints make their comeback back in the wild. But given the Buccaneers will win the division, I'm going to have to say they're the wild card team. Their offense is stacked with Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, and it's going to get even better once Michael Thomas is back on that field. So yeah, I'm going to have to say the New Orleans Saints, no matter what their schedule is, they're going to end up becoming a wild card team. For the final wild card team, I'm going to have to say the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are really strong contenders. Sure, they lost to a Dolphins team led by Tua Tagovailoa, but other than that, they're a tough team to crack. And I can't trust the Chicago Bears with that COVID situation. Not to mention the fact that situation. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say the Los Angeles Rams take the final wild card spot in my opinion. Because guess what? True, they have 2 more games against the Seahawks. Sure, they haven't begun their series against the Seahawks. But they got the 49ers, Patriots, and Jets. Sure, it's not going to be easy, but this is easy with the Seahawks, Buccaneers. And the Cardinals and Seahawks series not even begin. But still, I think this is going to be a good thing. So that's my opinion. The first 4 seeds So that's my opinion. First seed will be Seattle Seahawks. Second seed will be Green Bay Packers. Third seed will be Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fourth seed will be Washington Football Team. Then, for my wild card teams, Arizona Cardinals, New Orleans Saints, and Los Angeles Rams. So that's my opinion on what the NFC playoff prediction, what the NFC playoffs is going to be. Comment down below what you think of my predictions, and also I want to hear from you. I want to hear who you think might make the playoffs. If it's not one of the teams I say, go on ahead. I want to hear it out. Anyways, see ya later.